So welcome everyone. Today we are watching Murtuk versus, I guess, the Senpai, right? So Murtuk is one of the YouTube member who had like let's say a really good chance that in the spin the wheel I spin his name out, right? So I do a spin the wheel for the YouTube membership. So if you are not a YouTube member yet, you know what you need to do. So let's see what he did wrong or good or bad, or let's see the gameplay. So first he decides to go on berries. Also we got a really good message from Murtuk and I wanna read this up. Thanks so much for this opportunity. My in-game name is Murtuk and I started playing about a month and a half ago. So welcome, new player in our community. Welcome. After checking out your F the Meta Japanese guide, which I tweaked a bit for my playstyle, and that's the point by the way, when I'm making these guide videos, you actually need to a little bit work it for yourself, like to your playstyle. I never said on my guide videos that you need to exactly play like that. I'm just giving you a foundation that you can build your whole playstyle around it. I managed to climb from silver. So this person, Murtuk, who was a silver player, he's a new player, right? Silver player, new player. He climbed out of Silver League, and he says, I managed to climb from Silver to Gold 3 Platinum 1. I would be super grateful if you could take a look at my solo rank match against Senpai, Japanese vs Knights Templar on Sunken Lands map. I felt like I had a decent start, but he managed to recover and outplay me in the end. I know I got plenty of room to improve, so any feedback or pointers you could give me would mean a lot. Thank you again. And I'm here for all those people again who are membership on YouTube, and your name will be in the hat in the spin the wheel, and there's a high chance that I will pick you out from the hat or I will spin you out of the wheel. So Murtuk, who was a silver player, achieved gold platinum 1. Let's see what he does. First of all, he got the Takaizaku, which is really nice. A little bit of help I can already give you, Murtuk. If you wish to age up, you should get 8 villager on food immediately. We always age up with 8 2. After that, you can do whatever you want to do, right? So for faster age up, always make sure you have the 8 2 villager, which is 8 on food and 2 on gold. After that, it's up to you. The only, like, let's say, not the same way when we are doing, let's say, a Dark Age rush, then we just put some villager on food, some villager on food, right? But if you want to get a correct age up, just make sure you have 8 on food and you have 2 on gold. Because you did the first wheelbarrow upgrade, first Japanese wheelbarrow upgrade, then you have to send 2 villager to gold first. After that, you need to fill up the 8 villager on food, right? And after that, you can make those villagers wherever. Like, if you want to make those villagers on wood, make those villagers on wood. If you like, you want to build some barracks, right? So, the problem was here, the age up timing. I can tell you that already. That age up is very, very, very slow. Work on the age up with the 8 2 villagers, so you will get the Kura storehouse up way much faster. Also, I see you are doing the off meta build, which is the barrack and making, I guess, some units out of it. Yes, samurai, which is really nice. Let's see what you are cooking with this samurai push. You are getting attacked, so when this happens that you are getting attacked, you have like crazy amount of sheep at home, right? Let's see how many sheep you have total. Yeah, 24 sheep total, which means you can just get her the sheep, get her the food, build a tower next to your gold, which you already did. That's very smart. That was part of the thing as well. So this is really, really smart. And you are slowly making the barracks and making the samurai. Okay, so far good. His opponent went to 2 TC forms with Knights Templar. With the Knight Hospitaler. Okay, Samurais inside the base, killing a good amount of villager. That's really nice, very aggressive. I really do like this so far. I don't like it that you are fighting between 2 TC. If you were just, you know, getting shot by 1 TC, this TC, that would be much better. Because this TC base damage is much higher, right? This TC has a base damage of 8, and you can garrison 15 villager. The second TC, there is not a single second TC so far in the game that has base damage. All these second TCs have no base damage. It has only garrison damage, which is 6. So you can have just, you know, not fight here anymore, go to the second TC and do damage there. Alright, another batch of Samurai, and now Katana Bannerman is coming as well. You have the ranged armor, maybe a Hizukuri, another +1 melee or a +1 melee armor. Melee damage, another melee damage or melee armor would be good. And you slowly have to transition into the next age as well with this. I don't think it's a good idea. So this is another mistake. You have crazy amount of food under your TC, right? So in this scenario, you have an insane amount of natural food. You don't want to have so many villagers on food. So the reason why is it so possible for you to make that many farms? Because you mismacroed. When you mismacro, you have way too much wood in your bank, and you just need to spend the wood on something, but you don't need to make farms. When you have like 20 sheep around your TC, just gather up the sheep or gather up the deer, gather up the berries, and after that you can go for the farms. But always make sure you are not over making the villagers on tree, or just make sure you have like 4 or 5 villagers on wood and the rest of them going to food, and that's correct. But you had way too much villager on wood, and that's why your wood bank was way too high. Because you can say that, well, you had daimyo manor, yes, but if you had all those villagers on food, you don't waste it on wood, and you would have like double the amount of samurai. Imagine that you made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I guess 8, right? Maybe this, no, 7. So you made 7 farm. That's 7 times 75 resource that could be put into samurai. So you would have way much more samurai. But let's see what happens. You do another push into his base, but fighting under the main TC sadly. Okay, doing some damage, killing 14 villager. That's really nice. That wasn't that bad. Again, big fight under the main TC. I do not suggest you to fight against the main TC. You already knew he has a second TC, so just keep fighting under the second TC level. Your opponent is building a fortress. Again, his second TC is still open, right? So, just think, just sit down. Don't do any push for like a minute and think about your options. You could just go to the other side just like this. You don't need to destroy the keep. You don't need to do anything with it. Go around, destroy the second TC, destroy everything you see here, and that's it. You don't need to like tunnel vision yourself into focusing this here. Because currently you are winning. You don't even need to make ramps here. You can just make ramps on the other side and that's it. So again, fighting under a keep. This is a normal keep. Very strong, look at that. So again, that was again a huge mistake. Like a tunnel vision. Focusing this when the second TC is on the other side. Alright, getting the samurai braids, really good. All the samurai braids are done. Again, this fight is a huge mistake again. Because just like as I said, this game would be over if you just went around and just attack here. Don't tunnel vision into. So this is a huge mistake by many players, by the way. When I was actively coaching, that they always try to do one target and they are just focusing it and just they don't even think about the solutions. By the way, you have so much food, you either make like a million samurai or try to age up to imperial. So the big problem was with so many players that for some unknown reason the brain blocks down and you guys don't think about like other options, right? This is not the main goal. The main goal is not to destroy his TC or landmarks. Even though it says victory in condition destroy landmark, you can actually kill a player by eliminating all of his villager, where most of his villager on the other side. So what you can go do, just go around, go here, kill these. Because think about it. If player does not have villager equals no military, right? So if you just grab yourself and just went to the other side and attacked from here to over there, you would have zero problem. Zero problem at all. You would have destroyed the second TC, the farms, the production building, the market, the blacksmith and everything. But because you were focusing on one direction, and I'm not talking about the band, that was the only reason why you lost this game. Also, you have like crazy amount of food, maybe a market and sell the food, because that's an insane food bank. And you can go imperial already, like actually imperial, and have imperial samurai. Oh, you are going to. Alright. Now maybe Barak here or there. I mean, the game is not really over yet. But what I honestly felt like the only way you could have won that, just like what I mentioned before, right? So now, the reason why you are losing, because you are panicking, you don't know what type of unit you should make, while you saw that he has Spearman and he has the Geonese crossbow, which means you could have just make pure samurai with mangonels or samurai, Ona, Bugeisha, and mangonels together. Mangonels would take care of his crossbow, and Ona, Bugeisha samurai would tank and do a lot of DPS. So making mounted samurai was actually a huge mistake because he has 37 speed. And here the game is over. You could have tried, like maybe try to come back here because he still had 10,000 food by the way in the bank. So again, all went wrong because you were tunnel visioning his TC, not going around and attack the background. So that's what you need to a little bit improve on yourself to understand there is not one victory condition. You don't focus only the TC. You look around, you find a villager there or there or there. If you did that, what I said, you could have win this game without a slightest problem. And that's it. That was all your only mistake. Your biggest mistake of this game, two biggest mistakes: slow age up, very slow age up. Second, tunnel vision. If you fix your tunnel vision and your age up, then you would have no problem at all. No problem in the future. And that's it. The game is over. Alright, I hope I helped Murtuk and you guys as well. Never ever tunnel vision the enemy TC. Try to go around, and don't forget the victory condition never is to focus down the enemy landmark, but rather to kill their villagers, and you would win the game without problem.